dear students. How are you today? How are you today, Mariana? Mariana, how are you today?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Eneida. How are you today?
I'm fine, teacher, and you?
Fine, fine. Oscar, how are you today?
Hey teacher, I'm doing okay, thank you.
Okay, Jessica, how are you today?
Hi, teacher. I am very bad. For me, die. Bad.
But why?
Problem in my work. Problem is the hospital en EPS, un error que hubo, entonces estoy un poco con problemas en mi trabajo por culpa de la EPS.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Marian, Marian está. How are you today, Marian? Okay, let me take the attendance. I share with you my screen. Angela, how are you today?
Hello, teacher.
Ok, aquí les comparto mi formato donde yo tomo la asistencia. Entonces tenemos Angela is here. Marian is here or is absent. Mariana is here. And Jessica is here. Eneida is here. Oscar is here. Ah, okay. Marian is absent. He talked with me. Colocar la excusa. Okay. Let's start our second class. Please turn off your microphone. Turn off your microphone. Thanks. Okay. Talking. Please read the objective. Read the objective. Eneida, please. Eneida, read the objective, please. Or another student, Jessica, Oscar, Mariana, read the objective, please.
Lo siento, teacher, es que no puedo ver la pantalla.
Okay. One moment, please. One moment, please. Vamos entonces a hacer lo de la vez pasada, a enviarles el material por chat. Este material se llama Relative Clauses. Perfecto. De esta forma, quienes están desde el celular pueden ir mirando las diapositivas, ¿ok? Bueno, continue, please. Entonces, Oscar, can you read, please, the objective?
Yes, teacher. Give me a minute because you are not sharing screen, so I must open the PowerPoint.
Okay, Oscar, continue, please. Oscar, can you see my screen?
No, teacher, you are not sharing your screen. So I am
Right.
opening the... No, you are not sharing.
Yes. Yes. Yo sí lo estoy haciendo. Observa. Vamos a hacerlo de nuevo entonces. A ver. Vea que sí lo estoy haciendo. Dice aquí dice dejar de compartir. ¿Por qué? Porque sí estaba compartiendo. Entonces vamos a hacerlo otra vez. Compartir pantalla. Compartimos el audio. Comenzamos a compartir. Allí se está compartiendo. Se está compartiendo esto. ¿Ok? Chicos, los demás están observando mi pantalla que dice Objective.
Yes,
Señora,
teacher.
yo sí.
Ok, entonces Jessica,
Yes.
read please the Objective.
No los había escuchado antes, profe, pero pues me gusta buscar así en Google pues para no quedarme atrás. Pues encontré que son that, que reemplaza que reemplaza el de he, o sea, de él, para
Ajá.
colocar que él, ¿sí? Entonces está which, que él o la cual, si hablamos por lo menos de una persona, who, quién, quiénes, wo, a quiénes o a quién, y whose, cuyo, a cuyos, de quién, de quiénes.
Ok. Ok, thanks Jessica. I only want to read the objective. So congrats, Jessica. Ok. Solamente te estaba pidiendo que leyeras el objetivo, pero súper que ya te adelantaste, ¿ok? Objective, to talk about someone using relative clause, ¿ok? Entonces, todo lo que tú acabas de decir, que es muy importante, son los pronombres relativos que se utilizan para hacer esas oraciones, ¿ok?
Okay,
Vamos a ver. Ok, Eneida, me preguntas que si te puedo escuchar, activa tu micrófono, por favor, porque en realidad no te escucho. Bueno, entonces, teniendo ustedes el material, si tienen inconvenientes para ver mi pantalla, pueden ir mirando desde su cel. Pero sería genial que vayamos acá compartiendo todos juntos. This is the warm-up. Follow the link, listen, then repeat. Are you ready for fun? Are you ready for fun, students? Are you ready? Please tell me, are you ready for fun?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Bueno, esta es una, this is a fun song. First, we are going to listen 3 times. And then we will sing. ¿Ok? Después vamos a cantar.
I think Moto likes you.
Vamos a esperar que
Sí, no la
cargue bien.
escucha, disculpe.
Vamos a esperar que cargue bien, ¿ok?
Profe, ¿sí me puede escuchar ahora?
Yes.
Here he comes.
Yes, Eneida.
Thank you.
Goodness, girl, you huge.
Who's your friends? Or is that your buzz?
Girl, you as quick as you are hefty.
So you're Moto.
The name's so nice, you just say it twice.
I kind of like it, Fatso.
I'll see you around, girl. It won't be hard because you so plump and
Okay. Okay, again. 3 times and then we will sing together. ¿Ok? Así que pendiente para que se la aprenda.
Look out. I think Moto likes you. Here he comes.
I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. I like 'em big. I like 'em lumpy. I like 'em round. With something. They like my sound. They think I'm funky. Goodness, girl, you huge.
Who's your friends? Or is that your buzz?
Girl, you as quick as you are hefty.
So you're Moto.
The name's so nice, you just say it twice.
I kind of like it, Fatso.
I'll see you around, girl. It won't be hard because you so plump and
Perfect. Last time. Y queda aprendida.
Look out. I think Moto likes you. Here he comes.
I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. I like 'em big. I like 'em lumpy. I like 'em round. With something. They like my sound. They think I'm funky. Goodness, girl, you huge.
Who's your friends? Or is that your buzz?
Girl, you as quick as you are hefty.
So you're Moto.
The name's so nice, you just say it twice.
I kind of like it, Fatso.
I'll see you around, girl. It won't be hard because you so plump and
Okay. Okay. All students, let's go. Vamos a cantar juntos. Que les escuche la voz. Turn on your microphone. Vamos. Let's go.
Look out. I think
Moto
Moto likes you. Here he comes.
I like 'em big.
Like him big. I like him chunky. I like him. I like him. I like him brown. I with this something. I like this song. I think I'm
You're huge.
Who's your friend? Or that's your bus.
Girl, you as quick as you are after.
So you're Moto.
The name's so nice, just say it twice.
I kind of like it, Fatso.
I'll see you around, girl. It won't be hard because you so plump and
Okay. 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 What do you think about the video? What do you think? Who wants to start? Eneida, you? What do you think, Eneida? It's funny. It's ugly. How? Other student, how do you think? Chicos, no podemos demorarnos tanto porque no nos va a alcanzar entonces el tiempo y son muchas actividades. Apenas estamos con el warm-up. A ver, Jessica, de las palabras que tú mencionaste, de los relative pronouns, ¿cuál se menciona allí en la canción? Allí vi creo que uno.
Sí, había uno.
Who.
Creo que era...
El who, cuando ella pregunta que quién es el amigo.
sí.
Ok.
En la parte en la que decía, sí, que me preguntaba el amigo. En la que creo que es them. Y la them.
Ok, continue, please. Actívense, por favor, actívense. Bueno, vamos con esto. A ver, one student that read this sentence. Who want to do it?
Me.
Go ahead, Oscar.
In a village at the base of a mountain, there is a barber who cuts the hair of everyone who does not cut their own hair. Does the barber cut his own hair?
Okay. Set a 2-minute time limit and have two students discuss in pairs. Ok, vamos a analizar esto. Remember that in basic English, you do simple sentence. Please turn off your microphone, Eneida. Okay, thanks. I say that in basic English, we do simple sentence. And what do you think about this sentence? Is o are
¿Me
simple?
escucha?
Sí, sí, te escucho.
Profe, hoy atenta aquí a la clase. Resulta que el celular hoy se me dañó y entonces solamente lo tengo para que usted me pueda escuchar. Y desde el computador no puedo entrar porque me dice que la señal está muy débil, entonces estoy casi que lloro. Porque no me deja ni por una.
Ok, no problem. Ok, no problem. Entonces les decía que generalmente en inglés básico, cuando estamos iniciando, se hacen unas oraciones con 3 partes fundamentales que tienen tienen el subject, tienen el verb y tienen el complemento. ¿Ok? Entonces, ya hoy vamos a ver unas oraciones más completas, es decir, una oración principal que tiene otras oraciones subordinadas que se llaman relative clauses o cláusulas relativas. Son unas oraciones complementarias para que la información sea más completa, ¿ok? Por eso les quise hacer la explicación en español antes de ver el vídeo. ¿Me están entendiendo? Porque fíjense, aquí dice, ¿quién la traduce? Who.
Dice que entre dos personas hagamos una discusión en 2 minutos. O sea, que en 2 minutos hacer una discusión.
Acerca de esto, ¿ok? Pero entonces ya les expliqué porque como no quieren hablar, quiero saber el significado de esto.
Teacher.
Sí. Dice, en una villa o en un pueblo, en la base de la montaña. ¿Ya?
Lo digamos en español, profe, es que por rato me funciona la internet.
Sí.
Sí. Bueno, en una villa en la base de una montaña hay un barbero que corta el cabello de alguien que no corta su cabello.
¿Qué más?
El barbero corta su propio cabello.
Exactamente. Entonces, eso era lo que yo quería, que ustedes vieran como que la complejidad, ¿ok? Ya de la oración. Entonces, vamos a esta parte, atentos, pay attention, please. Dime, Eneida.
Lo dice
Tell me.
en sí la práctica. No, anterior, en la anterior, la que estaba.
En
La
esta.
diapositiva anterior.
¿Sí?
Sí, que debajito decía set, pero no te...
Sí, lo que explicó Jessica, que para discutir entre los compañeros, ¿ok? Pero ya les hice la explicación, entonces vamos a continuar. Continue, please. The video has 20 time. Tiene 20 minutos. Only we are going watch 12 minutes, ok. En el minuto 12 ya todo está explicado. Pay attention, please. Turn off your microphone, please.
Okay.
Cierren los micrófonos, por favor.
Ay, no alcancé a escribir la pregunta, profe.
Yo envié, I send the slide to chat.
Sí. El PowerPoint. Ok, teacher, thank you.
Eneida, please turn off your microphone. Okay.
At the adjective clause. Now, this is a dependent clause, and if you're not sure what the difference between dependent or independent clause, you can check out my video about the independent clause and my introduction video to dependent clauses. In this lesson, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this particular dependent clause, the adjective clause. Now, some of you will have different grammar books, and some of you will see this called the relative clause. Relative clause, adjective clause, same thing. Different books like to call them different things, okay? So we're going to look at this. Now, the first thing to remember about an adjective clause before we look at the actual structure of it, the full clause is essentially an adjective. Although it's a clause, means it has a subject and a verb and maybe some modifiers. The whole piece, the whole clause together works like an adjective. So because it works like an adjective, what does that mean? It means that it's giving you some information about a noun somewhere in the sentence. You could have many nouns in a sentence. You can have many adjective clauses in a sentence. There's no limit to how many you can have, although try not to have too many in one sentence because the sentence becomes very bulky, not a very good sentence. So let's get right into it. First of all, we have two types of adjective clause. We have a defining adjective clause, which means that it's basically pointing to the noun and telling you something necessary about the noun. Without the adjective clause, the noun is incomplete. I don't know what it is, I don't know what it's doing, etc. The second adjective clause is the modifying, means it is not necessary, but we put it in to give a little bit of extra information about the noun. Okay, so it's like an adjective that just gives you a little bit more description about the noun. Two things to remember. The defining noun. Now, one of the biggest questions about adjective clauses is, do I use a comma or do I not use a comma? For defining adjective clauses, no comma. For modifying, like the extra information, the ones that you can actually take out and the sentence is still okay, use a comma. We're going to look at examples and understand this more. Now, another thing to know about adjective clauses, they all begin with a relative pronoun. Okay, a relative pronoun. This is basically the conjunction of the clause. It is what begins the clause. Now, some of these can be also the subject of the clause, which means it will agree with the verb. Some of them cannot. So these three, that, which, and who can be both the conjunction and the subject. These ones, whom, whose, when, where, and why, cannot be the subject of the clause, only the relative pronoun, only the conjunction of the clause. Now, in many cases, that can also be removed, but we're going to look at that separately. So let's look at some examples to get an idea. The man lives next door. So here we have an independent clause. Independent clause means it's a complete idea. It stands by itself as a sentence. It doesn't really need anything else. But the problem is the man. Which man? That man, the man across the street? I don't know. So this sentence, although it's grammatically complete, is technically, in terms of meaning, incomplete because I don't know who this man is. I need to identify him. So you can think of defining or identifying. Okay, I want to point specifically to one man because I have the man. I'm looking at somebody specific. So here's one way we can do it. The man who lives next door, is a doctor. Okay, so again, I still have my independent clause. The man is a doctor, but now I have my adjective, my identifying adjective clause telling me who the man is. Now, because I need this clause to identify, to define this man amongst all the possible men, then there's no comma here, if you'll notice. And who is also the subject, the clause. Subject, who, lives, verb. Now, before I continue, what's the difference between who and whom? Who can be a subject. Whom can only be an object. So you never use whom with a verb. If you see whom beginning an adjective clause, there must be a separate subject in that clause. Otherwise, you're using it incorrectly. Okay? Same with these. Whose, when, where, and why all must have a separate subject to go with the verb in the clause. So now, I've identified the man. Now I have a complete sentence with complete meaning. I can go on to my next sentence. Let's look at this example. Dr. Smith, who lives next door, is a retired surgeon. Now, here you'll notice, let me go back to my red pen here. Here you'll notice I have a comma and a comma. What does this mean? It means that who lives next door is just extra information. I can take it out. Dr. Smith is a retired surgeon. Here's my independent clause. Complete, doesn't need any more information. This is a choice. I want to give you a little bit of information, tell you where he lives. Now you're thinking, well, why don't I need to identify him? Because this is a proper name. Dr. Smith, I've already identified him by saying who? Dr. Smith. That's the person. That's his name. That's his honorific. He's a doctor. Smith. There's not that many Dr. Smiths around here anyway. So we already know who he is. I don't need to identify him. So this is extra information. Okay? Now, you can use all of these with a comma or without a comma. You can use all the conjunctions, all the relative pronouns, I should say, more correctly. You can use all of them in both identifying and non-identifying or just modifying uses. By the way, modifying, just in case, means to change. So when you modify something, you're changing the meaning of it because you're giving more information. You're giving a more complete meaning. So you're slightly changing it. So for example, if I said the car, well, it could be any car. But if I say the red car, then I'm specifically pointing to one, and I've changed the meaning of the word car because I've made it only one specific car. So I've modified the noun. Okay? We're going to look at some more examples, and you'll see. But before that, actually, that in which we use when we're talking, when the noun is a thing. Okay? You could use that for people, but why? You have who or whom. If you have who, use who. If you have that, use that for things. That way you don't confuse yourself, less chance to make a mistake. One of the problems with this word, whose, everybody, or not everybody, but many people, I shouldn't say that, sorry, who. This word has nothing to do with who, has nothing to do with person only. Whose means possession. Okay, it doesn't have to be about a person. A thing can possess something. The car whose front door, left door is scratched is going to be repaired next week. Whose means that the door belongs to the car. The car is a thing, but I can still use whose. So don't confuse whose with people. It's just possession. When, time, where, place, why. I put this one in brackets because really you can only say the reason why he did that. I'm a grammar purist. I'm sorry to say, and some of you might laugh at me, but I hate when I see the reason why. It's not wrong. It's commonly used. It's accepted, but reason is a thing. So I say the reason that he, etc. There's no need to use why. The reason means why. Use that, but if you use why, you're okay. That's why I put it in brackets. I don't like it, but it's acceptable. Use at your own discretion. Okay, let's look at some more examples. Okay, let's look at a few more samples and we'll get into a little bit more detail about what's going on. Jerry went to the same store where Jennifer bought her couch. So now Jerry went shopping for a couch and he went to a particular place. So he went to the same store where? An adjective clause is an adjective. In a different lesson, we're going to look at the way that adjective clauses can be reduced to one word or one phrase, but that's a different lesson that you can watch that and learn about that. And lots of things you can do. Remember that there are three dependent clauses: noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. There's a lesson for each one of those. You can watch those. And that's it. If you like this lesson, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions about this lesson, please go to ingvid.com. There's a forum there. You can ask your question, and I will be happy to answer you. There's also a quiz with more sample sentences for you to practice with. And again, do the quiz, ask me the questions. Everybody will get ahead in no time. Okay? Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, what do you think about the video? Did you understand the video? The topic? Students, are you here?
¿Puedo decirlo en español, profe?
Adelante.
Here.
Pues lo que entendí fue, digamos, la utilización del, bueno,
Check.
del that, with, won, whose. También la importancia de colocar la coma y que la coma puede reemplazar el and en oraciones. Pues eso fue como lo que más básicamente pude entender.
Ok, ¿y para qué tú utilizas esos possessive pronouns en una oración? ¿Para qué?
Los pronombres posesivos.
¿Para qué los utilizas en la oración? Como que para conectar una
para
oración
conectar
con
oraciones
otra.
que sepan que van una sola.
Perfecto. Y se da
Para que
una
se pierda la
extra.
idea.
Se da una
Sí, porque-
extra information.
Exacto.
Ok, porque fíjense, la primera que él tenía era, the man lives next door. Esa es una oración, como decía él, que casi no tiene sentido, porque el hombre vive al lado. Luego coloca, the man who lives next door, el hombre quien vive al lado is a doctor. ¿Ya? Entonces, para hacer la conexión de la oración principal con la subordinada, se utilizó el who, que es un possessive pronoun. ¿Ok? Bien, entonces voy a presentarles también, todos deben hablar hoy. Voy a presentarles también.
Mucho sobre este tema.
Bueno,
Muy
así
interesante, pero
así
me
sea,
ha costado comprender todo.
así sea,
Tiempo para digerir, leer.
así sea en
otra
español.
vez.
Ok, miren el material que les conseguí, que se los voy a compartir después. Eneida, please turn off your microphone. Ya cuando ustedes terminen la intervención, inmediatamente cierran el micrófono, porque estas clases quedan grabadas y después me quedan feas. Relative pronouns. Aquí está el pronouns, el usage y los examples. ¿Ok? Who. Y dice, por eso yo se los voy a mandar por el chat, porque aquí está para qué se usa. Refers to people, subject. O sea, se puede utilizar como un sujeto. Entonces dice, he who overcame his anger subdues his greatest enemy. ¿Ya? Acabamos con el whom. Refers to people. También objective of the verbs. She's the woman whom I meet in Greece. Whose refers to possession. Possession, not subject, ¿ok? Se refiere solamente a posesión. Whose keys are on the kitchen counter? Ay, excuse me.
Profe, quiero añadir algo. Por eso es que a veces uno encuentra estas palabras en una oración y ya uno sabe qué significan cómo, cuándo, pero no le encuentra uno el sentido, ¿no?
Sí, sí, porque a veces son mal utilizadas. El which refers to animals and objects. That is not good language which all understand not. That refers to people, things, and animals. It's a poor mouse that has only one hole. El where refers to places. Sign your name on the form where I put across. When refers to time, al tiempo. Let's cross the bridge when we came to it. Why refers to reason. O sea, el por qué, para dar. I like to know the reason why you're so late. me gustaría saber la razón de por qué tú estás atrasado o tú llegas tarde. Y what refers to things. Pardon me, I didn't hear what you say. Perdón o excúseme, yo no escuché lo que tú dijiste. ¿Ok? Entonces, se los voy a compartir este material también. Y, please, pensando qué me van a decir, ya sea en Spanish or English. No problem. The idea is in English. Pero si no se puede, y les comparto relative pronouns. Abrir y listo. Ahí tienen otro material. ¿Ya? Para complementar the explanation. ¿Ok? Your turn. Who want to continue about the video? About relative pronouns, about relative clauses. Is the topic clear for you?
Yo quisiera anotar algo, profe.
Okay.
O sea, esos relative clauses es como cuando en español decimos, por ejemplo, la palabra cuyo. O sea, el vecino cuyo carro es el rojo que está parqueado.
Exacto. Y entonces, esa oración que me estás diciendo, el vecino cuyo carro es el rojo, fíjate, el vecino cuyo carro, cuando ya tú complementas cuyo carro y además de eso dices el color, estás dando una información extra, ¿ok? Esas son las relative clauses. Lo que les decía al principio, que no nos quedamos en la oración simple, sino que ya son unas oraciones más complejas y para hacerlas, pues la gramática correcta es using the relative pronouns, ¿ok? ¿Ok?
Sí, señor.
Ok, continue, please.
Okay.
Ok, vamos a... Ok, Eneida. Eneida, interesante tu pregunta. Tú preguntas, o sea que el W question no se usa solo para preguntas. No, señora, no solo para preguntas. Fíjese que aquí en el material que les compartí, allí dice que a veces hacen las veces de objetos, de pronombres objetos, de posesiones, ya tienen varias funciones. Por lo general, cuando tú los vas a usar como pregunta, van al inicio de la oración. ¿Ok? Por lo general. Bueno, continue, please. Vamos a la acción ahora. Esto está, esta. Ok. Les voy a compartir. Pero ya ustedes lo tienen allá. Sin embargo, se los vuelvo a mandar. Este link que es para la primera actividad que vamos a hacer. Ok, pay attention, please. Vamos y les explico. Y ustedes abren allá. When you finish the activity, you should take a screenshot. Ok. Cuando ustedes terminen el juego, toman una captura de pantalla para yo mirar el puntaje, para ver cómo les fue. Eso no va a influir en calificación para ustedes, sino es la manera de saber si entendieron o no el tema. Por ejemplo, Dice aquí, Relative Clauses, juego de concurso. Un cuestionario de opción múltiple con límite de tiempo, líneas de vida y una ronda de bonos. Entonces, me van a decir, atentos pues, ¿cuál de esas tres escojo para completar la oración? Rápido. This is the bank was rolled yesterday. ¿Cuál? Which. Vamos a ver.
Which.
Perfecto. Y así ustedes van a continuar. Ahí viene la otra. Pero yo no voy a seguir porque entonces no es la idea. Lo quito, ¿ok? Ok. Ok, let's play. Let's play. And when you finish, please take a screenshot and show me. Y me van mostrando. No problem, Eneida. Contéstala igual. Ese es un punto regalado. Un punto que regaló Oscar. Did you finish?
Teacher, ¿cuántas preguntas son? Ah, ya, no es que no avisa, son 10. Voy en la 9, profe.
Sí, 10. Okay, okay. Let me check, Marian. Let me check your exercise. Perfect, congrats. Congrats.
Thank you, teacher.
¿Cuántas? 9 de 10. Perfect. Congrats. Este es Oscar. ¿Cuántas, Oscar? De 10, ¿cuántas?
9.
Congrats. ¿Quién más? Jessica. It's a good score. ¿Cuántas de 10?
8 de 10.
Perfecto, está bien. ¿Quién más?
Profe, la verdad creo que llevo como 2 buenas, pero al pinochazo, no es porque sepa lo que estoy contestando, porque no pude mirar el video, ya que mi conexión estaba tan mala. La verdad es que estoy
Bueno,
a
no
ciegas.
problem. No problem. Después lo hace, ¿oíste?
Yo saqué 8 de 10.
Ok. Mariana, 8 de 10.
Sí.
Bueno. Continue, please. Vamos con el otro.
¿Cuántas eran, profe?
10. Eran 10.
No, yo no sé, llevo como 5, no sé.
Okay, continue, please. This is the other activity. Okay. Pay attention, please. Okay, Mariana. Now I will check your screenshot. Bueno, this activity is different. ¿Ok? Es colocar en cada cuadrito el possessive pronouns que ustedes consideren que es el adecuado para completar la oración. ¿Ok? Bueno, entonces, adelante. Go ahead. Y lo mismo, me toman la captura.
Mr. G.
Les voy a compartir esto, de pronto les sirve ahí de ayudita.
Ah, caray.
Ok, Oscar. Congrats, Oscar. 5 de 5. Ok. Okay, I will wait for you 1 minute. Voy a esperar un minutico más porque se nos acaba el tiempo. Marien, 5 de 5, congrats. Bueno, entonces me siento tranquila porque veo que sí han entendido el tema. Congrats. Y Eneida que me dice que lo hace más tarde, ¿cierto?
Yo la hice todas y todas me salieron mal. Lo que
Bueno,
estoy diciendo de
entonces
rato,
la
o sea,
tarea...
no, para mí no me ubica, de como no puede pedir, rellenar, o sea, no, estoy aquí atenta a
Bueno,
la clase.
entonces te voy a explicar. Lo primero que vas a hacer es estudiar ese cuadrito. ¿Ok? Saber bien el significado y el uso de ellos. ¿Ok? Bueno, entonces vamos al review. Al review. Es el game.
Hello and welcome to today's great game show. I'm your host, Will. Could anything be more affirming? And of course, let's not forget Leslie, our all-knowing voice in the sky.
Good morning, everyone.
Today we're going to be asking 3 questions about
Relative clauses. That useful grammar that allows you to modify a noun.
Okay, let's see how our contestants are doing. Good morning! You spent Saturday and Sunday locked up in our studio due to last episode's lockdown. Lucky you! Oh, there's nothing quite like a lazy weekend, is there? I feel so refreshed. How was yours?
So cold. So hungry.
And contestant number 2?
Please, I need a phone. I haven't been home for days. My family's going to be worried about me.
No, I'm afraid we block all mobile phone signals in the studio to prevent cheating. Not to worry. Nice to see you both again looking so well. Okay, let's get going. And don't forget, you can play along at home too. Question 1. We know that who, which, that, and whose can be used as relative pronouns. However, relative adverbs when and where can also be used for talking about places and times. They can always preposition and which. Look at these sentences and tell me how to replace when or where. That was the day when I fell in love.
On which? That was the day on which I fell in love.
Correct.
This is the place where I found the money.
At which? This is the place at which I found the money.
Correct.
A bank is a place where you can withdraw money.
From which? A bank is the place from which you can withdraw money.
Correct.
That was the time when the train departed.
At which? That was the time at which the train departed.
Correct.
Leslie?
Excellent. When and where are relative adverbs that describe places or times and that can be used in the same way as who, which, whose, and that. However, when and where can always be replaced by which and a preposition. The choice of preposition depends on the context, so be careful.
Well done, both of you. 3 points each. On to question 2. We've just seen that sometimes relative clauses have prepositions in them.
Hey, Dave.
How do
You remember that Mum was talking about the videos?
relative clauses formality?
The preposition can be in 2 positions. Immediately before the relative clause or at the end of the relative clause.
Leslie?
Well done! The preposition can appear in 2 positions. If it appears before the relative pronoun, the sentence is more formal. This is in a more written style. If it is at the end of the relative clause, the sentence is less formal. This is more spoken.
Good job. 2 points for you. Let's have a quick fire practice round, eh? Look at these sentences and tell me if they're formal or informal. This is the hospital in which I was born.
Formal.
Correct.
There's the boy I got the book from.
Informal.
Correct.
This is the medicine Your friend can't live without. In she person from whom I learned everything. Point. Could you tell me why the last sentence was even more formal?
Motto is the preposition,
I'm your host,
but the
Will. Could anything be more affirming? And of course, let's not forget Leslie, our all-knowing voice in the sky. Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be asking 3 questions about relative clauses. That useful grammar that allows you to modify a noun. Okay, let's see how our contestants are doing. Good morning. You spent Saturday and Sunday locked up in our studio due to last episode's lockdown. Lucky you. Oh, there's nothing quite like a lazy weekend, is there? I feel so refreshed.
What?
So cold. So hungry. And contestant.
Please, I need a phone.
Anyway. Question 3. The last relative pronoun what can also be used in relative clauses, but it is different. Look at this sentence and tell me why. A nice long holiday is what I need.
As a relative pronoun, what means the thing which. A nice long holiday is the thing which I need.
Leslie!
Well done, Levington. What can be used as a relative pronoun to mean the thing which? But unlike other relative pronouns, which need or refer to a noun, what is the noun and relative pronoun combined? So be careful.
Good job, Levington. Have 1,000 points. Well, that brings us to the end of today's grammar game show. Let's count out the points. Oh, I counted for last show's points, and the ones today, and a bit of, and carry the hippity-dippity-doo. And the winner is Levington. Well done. Here's what you've won.
It's breakfast. So tasty.
Food. We'll see you next week where you
Hey, Days, you remember that Mum was talking about putting videos up on her blog?
Yeah.
Well, she's got the first one up. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, right. Where is she at the moment? Peru, isn't it?
I think she's in Bolivia now, but the video's from yesterday, when she was on the Peruvian side of Lake Titicaca.
Okay, let's have a look. Hi, everyone. Today I'm visiting the floating Uros Islands on Lake Titicaca. The people who live here have had the same kind of lifestyle for hundreds of years. The amazing thing about these islands is that they are man-made and made out of plants. The islanders pick the tall reeds that grow at the sides of the lake and use them to make the islands. Every 3 months, they have to put down new reeds. If they didn't, the islands would sink into the lake. Oh, yeah, and as I said, the islands float. So they have to be anchored to the bottom of the lake with rope, like a boat. Hey, it's really good. The islands are kind of bouncy to walk on, but they're pretty strong. The Uros people make fires, which they use for cooking. Okay, there's a house made of reeds, but that grey thing, which you can see on the roof there, isn't very traditional. That's a solar panel. Technology gets to every corner of the world nowadays.
It's a bit like a geography lesson, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Okay, let's write a nice comment and like it.
Teacher, no la estamos escuchando. No se escucha.
Debe estar muy
Ok.
mala la señal aquí.
¿Me escuchan ahora?
Sí, ahora sí.
¿Sí? Ok.
Sí.
Entonces, de nuevo. We use relative clauses to describe or give extra information about something we have already mentioned. We often use relative pronouns. For example, who, where, that, which, whose, to introduce relative clauses. Okay, entonces the idea is that you can write a text with some topic, con cualquiera de estos temas, ustedes van a hacer un escrito similar a lo que escribió la joven a la presentación que hizo la joven en el blog, ¿ok? Entonces, esta es la slide number 7, ¿ok? Del material que ustedes tienen, vuelven a mirar el video y escogen uno de estos temas, o si ustedes tienen otro tema que les gustaría abordar, bien lo pueden hacer, ¿ok? Y me hacen el favor y me la comparten, cortico, me lo comparten por este medio, por Skype, ¿ok? Ok, guys, the class, vamos a revisar aquí, Mariana, congrats. The class is over. I will see you next Thursday. Okay. Have a good weekend. Bye bye. Hoy
Bye,
estuvieron
teacher.
muy silenciosos, ¿ok? Muy silenciosos estuvieron hoy. Entonces, para la próxima quiero más actividad, porque he hecho todo lo posible. Les traje la canción, les traje juegos, todo. Entonces, se necesita que se animen más a hablar. La idea es en inglés, pero pues si no se puede en inglés, parte inglés y parte español. Allí vamos combinando, ¿ok? Bueno, pues un abracito y que tengan un feliz fin de semana. Bye.
Thanks, teachers.
Muchas
See you.
gracias. Muy buenos los videos, profe. Muy chistosos.
Bueno, pues.
Thank you, teacher.
Ok, bye, bye.
Thank you.